Hello, I'm finally back in my office. Look at that. And I have food with me. And back there is my book nook crafts, which I may do, I may not do. We'll find out. Oh, I've been so distracted today. I've done like no work. So, in order to feel, hi, how are you? I've got dinner. So, all is well. Probably bring it down a little bit. There. That's a little better. Yeah, now I'm central. Hi, Blackbird. Hi, Marie. It's good to see you too. Oh my god, I'm bloody terrified to start season 5. I can't lie to you. Either I'm going to handle it really well, or I'm going to handle it terribly. So we'll figure that out as we go along. Oh my god, I can't believe we're on to season 5. There's no way. Oh, all right. Should we just get into it? Should we just rip the band-aid off? I mean, it can't get. Yeah, this is true, Marie. This is a very good point. It really can't get much worse than last time. Oh, hello, Levin. Nice to see you. Oh, the gang's almost all here. It's very exciting. All right. This is 161 dwelling.
There is a place beyond the world.
I don't know what she's about to say, but I don't want to hear it.
Rusty Quill presents the Magnus Archive.
Sound all right? Good sound level.
Episode 161.
Good.
Dwelling.
How did you manage to make a very quaint word sound absolutely horrific? Dwelling. Trying to scare the shit out of me already, you bastard. AI guy, this is... Can we pause for 1 minute exactly? Yes. We will pause for precisely 1 minute. Yeah, I do sincerely miss AI guy. I'm starting to believe he's never going to come back. Which is a shame, because I got quite attached to him. I got quite attached to quite a lot of things with this show. For example, saying by Jonathan Sims, head archivist of the Magnus Institute, London, and also supplemental. Like, I got very emotionally attached to all of these additional things, and they're all gone. AI guy is just like, I miss that man. AI is the new. I never even heard more than that of he'll return for the finale. I fucking wish. If he does, that would be so funny. Oh, I watched Jacksepticeye play through mouthwashing today. Oh my god. That shit was so intense, and I am in love with the entire thing. It was so fucking creepy. If you haven't watched it or played it, I highly recommend it. It's horror, psychological horror, and it's just fucking terrifying. And then I watched someone kind of explain it. Mouthwashing mentioned, indeed, yes, I have done that. And it was really good though. And the fan art around it is actually amazing. Like all the audio and stuff. All of the animations, sorry. 11, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a minute exactly has definitely passed by now. So either you're dead, or your pizza is burned, or you lied to me. And honestly, all of those outcomes are unacceptable. So, TikTok, bitch. Marie's coming for your ass, Levant. You better be careful. Was it Marie and Spooky or Blackbird that had the weirdest beef last week? Where it was like, I'll find you. Don't worry, we'll have a break in the middle. Oh, good job, Levant. We'll have a break in the middle so people can get food ready or whatever. Oh, you came prepared, Maria. I appreciate that. All right. Back to this fucking thing. Yeah, you and Spooky, that's the one. Oh, stew sounds really good. Can't lie.
Careful! Surprise! Jesus! Happy birthday, boss.
Happy. Oh, are you okay?
No, Christ, 1 second.
You can't just play Sasha's voice when I'm eating food. Because I wanted to drop my jaw and I would have spewed out half chewed. Well, Tim is, I don't know, Tim is less like a for me because Sasha, I think it's because obviously Sasha disappeared so quickly and also faked her voice. Yeah, they really fucking did. So you're telling me that the world just ended and you're now going to play me a little bit of backstory slice in the life. Oh, surprise party for our arrogant boss who hates everything and is a grumpy little bitch. Yeah, thanks. I definitely... This wound is filled with the finest Himalayan salt, and it's incredibly offensive.
Sorry, Tim wanted to surprise you.
Snitch? No, it's fine. Thank you. Just a shock. Well, that's...
Also, I love the mental image. I love the mental image of them all going surprise, and Josh is going, fuck! Jesus Christ! Just being so bad with jump scares. This... Oh, well, thanks, Levin. You asshole.
the idea. Indeed. Though, honest bottle of wine was just fine. Yeah, as a decoy. Yes, well, thank you. This is very elaborate of you.
Plus, it was kind of fun giving you a heart attack.
I'm sure. I noticed you didn't jump out at Martin when he had a birthday. No, he's way too jumpy as it is. We were worried he might damage himself.
Hey! Well, I preferred going out for ice cream anyway.
Oh my god. World ends. Oh, hey guys, you miss the old crew that'll never come back? Yeah, for real. This is so mean. Like, this isn't even just like abuse. I am the little rabbit-eared devil on your shoulder. Thank you. Thank you, Levant. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is incredibly, like, some of the things he does is like, oh, that's cold. This is just straight up mean. This is like your friend calling you poopy pants at school. Like, it's a different kind of hurt. It's like, that's just mean. Like, why would you do that? What the fuck, man?
Went for ice cream?
Yes, you were there.
You had rum and raisin and taught us all about emulsifiers.
Right, yes. I remember. But
Can this man get any more autistic? Oh my god. You had rum and raisin. First of all, old man ice cream. You taught us all about emulsifiers. Oh, that's funny. That's fucking funny.
Well, thank you anyway. This is all very touching.
We just wanted to do something to lighten the mood, you know?
Yes, I'm aware it's been a rough start.
Oh, buddy. Buddy, you got a big storm coming.
We just thought you could use a chance to unwind.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
If he unwinds any more than he already has in the present day, the man's going to look like an unwrapped set of bandages, and it's going to be a real fucking bother to try and roll it back up in the nice, neat way that it came in the packaging. You know, I'm going off on a real tangent. That metaphor really ran away from me.
Knock, knock. Double boss.
Elias?
I'm not too late for cake, am I? There's a cake.
How did you... Martin, that was a secret.
I didn't say anything.
He didn't have to. Nothing escapes my notice, and I like to keep an eye out for this sort of thing.
Elias,
Well, it's
with
good
all
to
the
see
respect that I don't have for you, I'm about to kick in your finely polished, desecrated corpse teeth, and I'm going to feed them to you. No, better yet, I'm actually going to put them in the eyes that you took from the century-old corpse of Jonah fucking Magnus. I hope I'm not too late for cake. You goofy bitch. Good God. Yeah, he really never hid it. He was like, I see everything. And everyone was like, ah ha ha ha. And this gay twink of a man genuinely was like, little do they fucking know. He was so cocky with it. Honestly, I could go on a rant about, I can't even call him a flat-footed fool because I know he's got good arches. You know he does on his soles, on the soles of his feet. You know for a fact he's wearing like orthopedic insoles just so that he always has that perfect strut without heels. Fucking arsehole.
Yes. Come in. So, how old is
Oh
the
my
birthday
God.
boy? 38.
Elias?
Oh shit.
From Instagram.
No.
Otis JPG.
How old is the birthday boy?
I always forget to turn my phone to silent. Oh no, it's Lom. I can't not message Lom. All right, y'all are gonna have to bear with me. Listen, all right, I'm a simp. Levan, do not make fun of me, okay? I am well aware of the fact that I am a dopey little bitch. That I act goofy as hell. We'll wait. Marie's been here since the beginning. Marie knows. I remember one time. I don't even know what that means. Levan, stop talking in tongues. Lom is currently running the coast, as I've probably mentioned 100 times by now. Oh, a skill issue. I see. Yeah. It is a bit of a skill issue that I keep forgetting. I do it every time. And then it's always when I start streaming is when Lom messages me. And so it's almost become a canon event in every single stream. You'll just hear Rose's JPG Lom. That's it's I see. A skissue. Is that how you say it? A skissue? That sounds like what a sneeze sounds like. Like when you're trying to not sneeze. That just to point it out, you know, because I'm Oh, I see. That was an intended design. Okay, fair enough. You know, I can't. All right, I think Lom has officially lost either battery or signal, so that singular message is what I'm getting today. I will cherish it, and we will move on.
38.
Liar?
How would you know?
Well, does someone need to change their password again?
What? Sasha, have you been going through my computer?
Definitely not. No idea what he's talking
Of
about.
course not.
It's really not appropriate.
Come on, guys.
Anyway, did somebody mention
Oh,
cake?
shit.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did, didn't I?
Yes, I did, didn't I? This little asshole. But for the record, Lom messaged me again. I am sad I missed the Lom crossover event streams. Yeah. Well, they might happen again, you know, in the future. But it's just that Lom is currently very preoccupied. So I all right. Carrying on.
All right. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag now anyway, but just give me a second.
To be fair, most of the original streams, Lom would be watching them, but they would be messaging on Instagram instead of on YouTube. So you hear me like reading out their comments. So to be fair, Lom has kind of been here the whole time. It's only recently that Lom is not able to watch my streams regularly. I still have the mobile, the wind chimes, sorry, that we made. They're by my bed. They also got me keys. How cute is that? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Right. Happy birthday, dear Arvis. Happy birthday to you.
Right, yes, thank you.
Just hang on. Did Jonah dead ass go, happy birthday to Archivist? This little twink, he has been powerful for too long. The way he fully just, but to be fair, that also give me an R, give me an A, give me a T. Oh my god. And what does it spell? Rat. It's so jarring mixed in with the Dear John. Yeah, because it's like 3 additional syllables. John is like John, and he's going archivist. It's just like you can't miss it. Oh my god, how did he get away with this for so long? How are we this stupid? How were they so stupid? They lived with this bastard. Oh my god. Oh.
I do hope you're not planning to light those candles.
Oh, goodness. A source of ignition in the archives. Uh-oh.
Tim.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, my hand slipped.
I fucking love
again.
him.
And again. And a couple more times here. I'm so clumsy today. Lot of fire.
I'm really not comfortable.
So blow them out then.
Right, yes.
And make a wish.
If I wish for you all to go away, do you think it'll work?
He's so grumpy today, isn't he, Martin?
Yeah, Tim,
Well,
don't joke
it's
about
his
that.
looming sense of mortality. Fine.
Yay! So, what did you wish for?
Can't tell you.
He wished for a little bit of peace and quiet.
Was it that obvious?
Oh, I wouldn't worry, John. It's an archive.
Quiet is very much the course to...
I've had enough of this Twink's attitude, okay? I read a comment. I think I've said this at one point, but I feel the need to say it again because it feels like it feels like it fits. Okay, but Elias not saying shit about the fire in the archives because he's like he's like you better fucking not, mate. I once saw someone had written that, like, the way John says statement ends, he puts his whole archivacy into that. And I haven't recovered since. These plebs have no idea what's about to hit them, except for Elias. Of course, he fucking knew everything, that rat bastard. Oh, that's so cute. They offered to help draft an email for me. I'm actually streaming right now. So you're live with the gang. The gang is making fun of me for various reasons. It's just the way that he's so carefree about it. Like, he fully just used his powers in front of them, and John was not even phased. He was like, is it that obvious? Like, it didn't even scare him, but he did it anyway. I've had it up to here with this man's attitude. This granddad looking bitch has had way too much power. I can't even think of good insults because I'm just, the sheer audacity of the bullshit that this man has been pulling since day one is just, it's rendered me speechless in any way that isn't just like random tones of sound coming out of my mouth. Like, I can't come up with any smart insults for this man because I'm just so discombobulated by the audacious nature of this actual imbecile. Like every time a word comes out of my mouth, I'm like, that's not the right word, but it's like I have no other words. These are the only words I have now. Bitch.
Sure. Well, after the party, at least. Wine? Anyone?
It's 11 in the morning.
Yeah, your birthday party.
Really don't think it's a
I'll allow it.
I couldn't have put it better.
Fact. I'll join you.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Martin?
I love how he.
I mean, I don't.
I love how he Sorry, I need to blow my nose in a second. But I love how the only time he ever stutters is when Elias is talking to him, and it makes it sound like he's, in animes, there's like that female character who's just a badass, but then there's like one person, and she's like stuttering all over the place. That's what he sounds like. I can't get that image out of my head, which is really unpleasant because then that suggests that there's some sort of weird desire in John for his fucking boss, who is an eldritch being. And I just like, I know it's not true, but it's so funny to think about. I will leave you with that mental image whilst I go grab a tissue. Also, look at my cool ass hoodie. Look how many pockets my outfit currently has. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have so many pockets. I could put a singular thing in every single one of them and still have room for my extra essentials. Like, bro, pockets. Now all I need is a t-shirt version of this for the summer and I'm set. Thanks for that, Rose. Insane swag and inventory space. I know, right? Minecraft has nothing on me. I have so many feelings about this like flashback because one, it's just like hearing Gina Magnum again acting the fool, but making everyone else act the fool. Everyone's still being alive, and them having like a wholesome day in the life, slice of life moment with stuttering John. I just, I don't know how to feel. I forgot about John. How on earth could you forget about the century-old drag queen Gina Magnum? No one can forget about Gina Magnum. I certainly haven't. He's haunted my dreams. Oh God.
Normally drink wine, you know, tannins are a proven headache trigger, and so
Martin.
look, yeah, sure, maybe just a drop.
Tannins.
You know that there's a lot of tannin in tea as well. What? Have you been recording this?
Oh, yeah. I just thought it might be nice. You know, something to
Honestly.
overall.
Honestly, I think we all needed this. Thanks, Tim.
Old and sick of each other.
Probably should have told us, Tim.
What, are you afraid we're going to get sued over the happy birthday song?
Oh, well, I am now. It's just a bit of a privacy thing.
All right.
Yeah, fucking hypocrite, Sasha. You little hacker man, Mr. Robot looking ass bitch. You have literally zero legs to stand on. When you make a fucking hobby out of hacking into your boss's like card accounts just for the fucking fun of it. You know who you are? You know that sound that's like this is Terry. Terry is wanted for several manslaughter crimes. This is Richard. You know that audio, right? And it's always like cats. Sasha is the one that's like, this is Charlie. Charlie likes collecting social security numbers, not to use, but just to have. That is Sasha. That is literally Sasha. Tim, I fucking hate the tape so much. Jesus Christ, just killed them already. Versus, I thought it would be nice to record this. Honestly, I think the fight between those two would be so epic that the apocalypse would have happened regardless. It's either Elias or Gina. That I literally can't think of him as anything else anymore. This is getting rid. Oh
I'm turning it off.
no!
Any last words for your future selves?
Yes. Fire Tim.
We're just gonna sit in that final. No, but we're just gonna sit in that final statement for a second, where it was fire Tim. I'm just gonna. Oh, got to Tim exploding. Oh, Johnny, when I get you, John. Oh, okay. Back to the horrors. What's your point, Levin? You've said to be fair. I think Tim has had. Oh yeah, Tim had the coolest death. Sasha's death was so unfair. I think that's why it was more upsetting to hear Sasha again, because it's like Sasha literally was just trying to escape worms, got ambushed, and no one even fucking noticed because of how the stranger works. And it just broke me because I was like, that is. Can you imagine that? Like dying and none of your friends even realizing? Like, it just hurts. It hurts from an outsider's perspective, and I bet it hurt them as well, like when they came to realizing that she was a stranger and suddenly realizing that they don't even remember what actual Sasha looked like. That hurts. That fucking hurts. He went out doing what he loved, being an arsehole, telling a bad joke, and informing John where he can stick it. Yeah, basically. All right. I am going to grab my crafting stuffs. I don't know what I'm going to need, so I'm just going to grab a couple of things and some glue, and then we're just going to fucking do it, okay? And if I have to roll back over here and look like a fucking scavenger, well, that's no one's business but mine. Just gonna... And Tim also sort of died. He wanted to. Sasha just faded out, and the rest didn't even have that much time. Yeah, I know. That's the other thing. Is it's like even once they did figure out it was her, there was so much other bullshit going on that they couldn't even actually take the time to have a fucking ceremony or anything. They just had to accept that the Sasha that they had once known and forgot didn't exist anymore, and that they couldn't stop to think about it. I no. Absolutely the fuck not. That is brutal. That's such a brutal thing, especially for Tim, who clearly had such a close relationship with Sasha, at least to my knowledge and what I remember. And it's insane. Also, I came up with another idea literally just now as I'm late. Hi, Spooky. Don't worry. You only missed the party. You know, the when they surprised John way back when, and we get that fun little flashback moment to Cunty Gina Magnum, and hearing Sasha's real voice again. I was thinking, after I finish this and we've done the memes, we could do some chill out streams where it's kind of if you guys have work you need to do or just things you want to do, we can do it on stream together, and I can actually finish this project that I was doing. I sworn enemy. Because I don't know if any of you remember this when I bought this and was making a Gravity Falls journal, but for the Magnus archive. So obviously you got the beginning, and I drew all their cute little faces, how I picture them and stuff. And it could be fun to just kind of, do a little thing like that, and then we can kind of work together, maybe put on some fun music and just kind of chill. That could be a fun following this before we start the protocol, because the book's only going to be for the archives. It feels wrong to also include the protocol in it. For some reason. I literally can't explain, but it does. So that could be a fun thing that we could do after the fact. Oh. Okay. Right, carrying on. Oh yeah, I forgot everything's gone to shit.
Okay. Hi. You listening to the tapes again? How many times is that now?
They were sent to me, Martin. There's got to be some reason.
Gloating, John. Elias won, and there were some tapes he kept for himself, and he wanted to gloat.
Yeah,
So
that sounds like him.
He's not Elias.
Jonah, then. I don't know. I find it hard to think of him as... I don't really like to think of him.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly.
You should get some sleep.
I can't. I can't. I don't think I do anymore.
Oh my god.
Sleep. How long's it been now?
I don't know. It's not like there are days to count anymore. All the clocks are stopped.
Well, I haven't yet. I get tired, but it doesn't feel the same.
God, this is
Probably
fucking...
for the best.
This is so intense. And also, I feel so bad for Martin. Martin just wanted to have a cute relationship with his boss, and now is stuck in a fucking apocalypse with his existential dread boyfriend who literally has an eldritch horror stuck in his fucking eyeballs at this point. They deserve so much better than they got.
Sleep doesn't look pleasant.
No, it's not.
I couldn't wake you.
Sorry.
It's not. You're not the one who ended the world.
Oh, John, I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, just as well I don't remember my dreams.
I do.
What?
I see
My
most of the suffering around here. When it's quiet, it's like I can see it, like I'm watching all of it.
You haven't been opening the curtains.
No, I don't need to.
Also, question: would you prefer to see my face right now, or like what my hands are doing? Because I might be able to like twist you, but we can't do both because I'm not that smart. I can't figure out that kind of setup. But I just realized that I'm kind of sat like this the whole time, and so it might actually be more interesting to see what I'm doing rather than watching like the top of my head. I love this like strange rivalry that has been created between the two of you. It's fucking funny. Like I don't even remember what it started over. I was so like preoccupied with whatever shit was going on in the show, and then suddenly you two like were at each other's throats, and it was like, oh shit, the girls are fighting. But yeah, would you rather see like my like desk so you can like see what I'm doing? Oh right, yes, I do recall the uncanny face. That it had never occurred to me that a smiley face could look like uncanny if you did it the wrong way, but you opened my eyes. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that you would rather see this. So this is what we're doing now. There's no either it's easy, either they're just as easy as each other. I just assume this might be more interesting.
It can see us here, and I can see out as well.
Okay, we'll just file that under ominous for now.
Martin is dealing with all of this incredibly well, I have to say. Like he really, you know, just accepted this shit and was like, okay, alrighty then. Well, that's fine.
We seem safe enough in here, at least.
I suppose so.
Bit of a hideaway.
Or a prison.
Oh
Yes. Still, better than outside. It sounds bad.
It is.
nah, the screenshot for oh yes, I do remember when Spooky screenshotted you saying you love Peter Lucas. I do not. Yes, I recall now. It's coming back to me.
Are we still safe?
Yes, it doesn't want to harm me.
Oh well,
And
that's good.
I won't let it.
Oh, that's so cute.
Thanks. John, it's not your fault.
Listen, can we not do this again?
Sorry.
I'm mourning a world I killed.
I know.
And we're all trapped in its rotting corpse.
Enough, John.
Oh shit.
Have you heard the Gertrude one?
What?
The Gertrude tape. There are a few of them, but this is my favourite.
I don't.
Just listen.
Right. If you're listening to this, then it is likely that... No, let's not beat around the bush. If you're listening to this, it means I'm dead. And you have been chosen to be my replacement as head archivist. Hopefully this means you, Sasha. But if someone else is hearing this and Elias has made a different choice for some reason, then these words are still very much intended for you.
Oh,
Before I continue,
I love those as well. I genuinely think that the reason he didn't was because she would have just been like Gertrude. Like Sasha was too fucking smart for her own good. You know what I mean? Like she was just too brilliant.
It's very important important to be absolutely clear. This is not a joke, nor is it any sort of prank or game. Your colleagues have not convinced me to record this as an attempt to haze you. This is completely serious.
Thank you for
and
confirming
very,
that,
very
Gertrude.
important for you to know.
Mm-hmm.
If it is you I'm talking to, Sasha, hopefully your background in artifact storage will lend a certain degree of credence to my words, but others may have to take it on trust. All I can do is assure you I am deadly serious. So,
Yeah.
the first thing you have to do is accept that you are in great danger and will be for the rest of your life.
Fun.
There are now things that will actively be trying to kill you due to your new role as archivist. And Elias has plans for you that are little better. You will also be unable to relinquish the position or quit the Institute, finding you are supernaturally compelled to remain. In fact, it occurs to me that attempting to do so is probably the quickest and easiest way to establish the truth of what I am telling you. So I suggest you do so at the earliest possible opportunity. Things you need to be aware of. There exist in our world supernatural entities of incredible power that reflect and feed on the fears of all living creatures, but most commonly, humans. Many consider them gods, and while I believe that is far too
Thank you
simplistic
for
a
recapping
comparison,
literally everything,
for our
Gertrude, but I
purposes
fear it
here,
might be a little
perhaps
late.
the most useful shorthand.
Can you imagine how the series would have gone if John had got this tape? Oh my god, someone needs to write that as a fan fiction. That would be so iconic.
They do not rule our world, but they do exercise considerable power, which they generally manifest in the form of monstrous beings that spread further fear, or incarnations, those humans who have willingly, though not always knowingly, chosen to take on the power of these entities. You, unfortunately, have unwittingly made the decision to become one of those incarnations. For the Institute serves a being known variously as the Eye, it knows you, the Beholding, the Ceaseless Watcher. It is the fear of being watched and judged and having all your secrets known.
I don't really.
Institute serves
I dead ass don't think I have any secrets that would make me particularly useful. Like, I don't think I would be very. Also, there's my basket. Yay me. Put that to the side very delicately. Here it is. That's where this is where all the created items will go. Because I feel like a lot of my secrets I either no longer care about, or I don't know. I just don't think I would.
as a way for it to harvest the fears of the other entities, dragging out the suffering of those who come to give statements and claiming their terror. But there is another part of being the archivist.
That's too hard right now.
These beings,
The way I'm going about this is I'm making like all the wooden stuff, because the wooden stuff's pretty easy to make, all the like building bits, and then all of the flowery stuff, because there's a lot of bits that are like, oh, you got to get a piece of paper and roll it up and cut it and shit, you know, to like make flowers, and that's all just a little bit too finicky. So instead, what I'm doing is I'm making all like the wooden things, and then they'll be super dry by the time I actually need them for like the main building, you know.
gods of fear, their followers believe that they have rituals, grand projects which, if successful, would allow them to enter our world, reshaping it in unthinkable ways, molding it into a dimension where terror is as natural as gravity. You are now one such ritual.
Oh, great.
I do not know the exact details of it, but be wary of whatever Elias asks you to do. Oh, yes. On the subject of Elias, trust nothing he says. He was originally known as Jonah Magnus, the founder of this institute, and I have known him also as James Wright, the previous head of the institute. He has certain abilities of clairvoyance which allow him to perceive out of any eye, real or symbolic. So be wary. Play ignorant as long as you can while you expand your own research.
Oh, she really tried.
I've managed to keep the archives in a state of chaos for decades, as I believe his plan would benefit from their organization.
Ooh. I knew she was doing it
I
on
leave that
purpose.
to your judgment. Certainly, the longer he is ignorant of how much you know, the better. Above all else, be ready. There are many things out there, loyal to other powers, which know your importance to the eye, and will want you dead. You are entering a new world, a place I've lived for most of my life, a place that will often demand a high price from you.
This would have gone hard in season 1, episode 1, of course, but it's nice to have confirmation that it was intended. Yeah, I mean, but it's just, it was so, when he was like, oh yeah, she bought like every single organizing thing, I was like, given what I've learned about this old woman, this was absolutely on purpose.
Pay it without hesitation, because one way or another,
Wait, what is this?
work
You're entering a new world that will often demand a high price from you. Pay it without hesitation, because one way or another, the world
is now on your shoulders.
intense.
I wish I had more time to explain it to you. That time is short, and hopefully my actions tonight will ensure this tape never needs to see the light of day. But if you are hearing it, then good luck. Do what you have to do.
Are you finished?
Jürgen, I told you to stay in the tunnels.
Your message also told me it was urgent.
If Elias is watching right now...
Then your recording all that was meaningless anyway. Besides, I'm not afraid of him.
Bravado. Really?
It's not bravado.
We're wasting time. Do you still have the Ruskin book?
I do, though I don't relish the thought of using it. Makes it rather hard to breathe, like your chest.
You know
is
the gas main, little way out in the tunnel.
I do.
I need you to move it.
That's not just Earth. That's
It really is
pipework and all
weird.
sorts of...
Find a way. I need it to be done.
It's funnier knowing that they are canonically John's parents. Yeah, literally John's parents. I said this to Lon once. I was like, do you know how fucking funny it would be if in the show they were also John's parents? Like how fucking weird those dinners would have been.
Directly under the Institute, or at least closer.
I'm more likely to rupture it and fill the place with gas.
That would also be acceptable.
No.
I'll do what I can. When do you need it?
If my guess is right, the church's ritual should be collapsing at any time now, so immediately.
And if you're wrong?
Then a bit of gas will be the least of our worries.
Right. What are you going to do?
Paper burns well.
Yes.
Petrol burns better.
I always forget about your pyromaniac streak.
Remind me to tell you about Agnes sometime.
Right. Did you mean to leave the tape running?
Oh, good grief. 40 years I've been using them, and I swear I'll never...
Can you imagine if we'd had this?
But we didn't, though, did we? No. So there's no point in dwelling. John, this isn't healthy.
Healthy? I am an avatar of voyeuristic terror whose unquestioned craving for knowledge has condemned the entire world to an eternity of torment. Healthy isn't, it's not.
Fine, I get it.
Besides, grief is healthy. If nothing else, it pushes away the other feelings that that thing wants me to experience.
It hurts me to see you wallowing like this.
Some of us weren't able to cut ourselves off from the world before it ended.
That's not fair.
Yeah, that's brutal.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. It hurts.
I know.
That was brutal.
Time.
I know. But we can't stay in this cabin forever.
Why not? It's quiet here, and I have you.
Oh.
What about food?
What about it? When's the last time you thought to eat, or even felt hungry?
What? I don't know.
No. Whatever is sustaining us now doesn't need us to eat.
That can't be
It's a
possible.
new world, Martin. The natural laws are whatever they want them to be. And I suspect they don't much care to keep humanity fed and watered.
Well, that as may be, we can't just stay here forever.
What
God
could possibly
damn.
be out there that you want to see?
A way to stop this, a way to turn the world back.
Do you really think there is one?
Well, if there is, it's not in here, is it?
It's so loud out there.
Oh,
The
John.
agony, the terror, I can see it all so much more clearly.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I love you. I
Ah! He said the thing. Oh my god. He said it so casually as well. You can't do me like that, John. We're gonna hear that again.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I love you.
Ah!
I need more time.
It's alright. It's alright. I'm good at waiting.
Oh.
Thank you. I just wish it didn't feel like whatever's out there was waiting too.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, when did you start recording?
I didn't. I only brought one, and I've been using it to play the tapes.
Oh. That's not a great sign.
No. Oh, it's not.
Oh dear. He's so casual with it. I love you. Like he wasn't dissing him every chance he got. Character growth. It's kind of neat that we probably didn't get to hear the first I love you because that's what they wanted to get away from the tapes a bit. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to know that, like, whilst obviously from a listener's perspective, I would have loved to have heard that moment. It's bittersweet in the sense that, like, obviously as a listener, I want to hear it, but it's nice to know that, like, they got that privacy. Oh, well, that was the first episode of this fucking hell. That's exciting. How's everyone feeling? Anyone started questioning their choices yet? I know I have. You're not the right one. You go there. Yeah. Ah! Wait, what? Oh, I'm fucking lost. Oh no, this is 107. So which one goes where? Okay. It wasn't that bad. Let's hope it stays that way. I forgot how relative. Yeah, the first episodes always seem to be really fucking chill.
There is a place beyond.
All right. Right, episode 162, A Cozy Cabin.
Episode 162. A Cozy Cabin.
Again, you didn't have to fucking say it like that, my brother in Christ. You could have just said it like a normal ass person, but no. You just have to bring the fear of God into everything you do, don't you? You little shit. But he's a fear entity. This is true.
Find anything interesting back there?
Yeah, sorry, I was just, yeah.
Curiosity is a very dangerous trait in our line of work, Gerard.
So is ignorance.
Oh my god,
You're
Gerard!
going to find many dark secrets in the
My
stationery
boy!
cupboard.
Just the recorded confession of your evil plans, then.
I'd be something of a fool to leave that one in the recorder.
I've never really seen you use it.
It's generally only for those statements I think might be useful to my successor, or the occasional interview.
So do I get to hear them?
Perhaps, if you live long enough. But somehow I doubt Elias would look favourably on your application. And if I'm being quite honest...
Yeah, I know.
Johnny Sims, an ominous deadpan. Fluffy Bunny has an adventure.
I know, and I don't want your job.
Believe me, perks aren't worth the shackles.
Yeah.
Don't sass your
So
grandma.
what's the verdict? On the travels.
Oh, burn it, I think. You said Mr. Hampton was dead,
Yep, and not peacefully.
but you hadn't seen its powers.
Not directly.
Well, given the themes of the original, I doubt it has anything that would be worth the danger.
And when in doubt,
Well, quite.
can I use your waste paper bin?
Yes, it's just... Wait. Surely you didn't bring it here?
Well, yeah,
Gerard, we've talked about this. Bringing unvetted artifacts or books into the archive is incredibly dangerous.
It's locked away.
And I'm sure the lock is very sturdy. But that doesn't stop it being an unnecessary risk.
I'm sorry.
It's
exactly
too
the sort of
similar
thing
to
that
the
will get
creepy
you
in...
killed.
I
Yeah.
said I was sorry.
Yeah, don't be
I will
such an
say no
asshole,
more
bro.
about it. I don't enjoy being hard on you, but I really would rather you stayed broadly intact.
I'm touched. You're going soft in your old age.
You are occasionally useful, despite your foolishness.
Flatterer.
You can probably burn it in the back courtyard if you're careful.
Yeah, we'll do.
And for goodness sake, make sure no one sees you. The last thing we need is a letter to Elias about book burning.
Look, if you have somewhere better to burn
Of
these books...
course, Gerard. I just happened not to mention the network of sinister tunnels that snake beneath the archive, where I keep all my darkest secrets.
I mean, you joke, but there could be... It's that kind of place.
I rather hope I would have found them by now. I like to think I'm not a complete incompetent.
Until dementia hits.
Given my choice to confide in you, I rather suspect it already has. Go burn your book.
I love them. They're very funny.
Gertrude,
Hmm?
what happens if we fail?
Oh dear.
In what sense?
If we miss a ritual, you know, if one of them works.
Been losing sleep, have you?
Something like that.
If we are lucky, then that failure will also mean our deaths.
You don't think they can reach us after death?
I suppose that depends on your religious beliefs. Personally, I suspect death puts us beyond their power, either because we find ourselves in some kind of afterlife or because we simply cease to be.
Yeah, I guess.
And I am certain that either scenario is preferable to lingering in a world they control. They're already able to circumvent physics and suspend
The
natural
irony
laws.
is so strong about the tunnels. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I think it's because... Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's obviously trying to keep Jurgen safe because Jerry would absolutely wreck his shit if he could. Because he's just that bitch.
Were to genuinely press through, I suspect they would rewrite them wholesale, most likely making them utterly incomprehensible to any survivors. Well, they might still need us human enough to be afraid, but beyond that, let's just surmise that petty rules like space or time would be unlikely to factor into the proceedings. They might even stop death entirely, deny us the one last escape, keeping us alive and afraid forever.
Jesus Christ.
And taxes?
Insert I hate Jurgen right.
Taxes, I imagine, will continue. Beyond that, I honestly don't know. I suppose it depends on which one comes through. The world of the stranger would be very different to that of the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does happen?
It's my fondest ambition to make sure it does not.
Yeah, sure, but suppose it does.
Very well.
Could it be undone?
Yeah, could it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh shit.
Once an entity fully manifested, I doubt it would be keen to relinquish its grip on reality. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Once an entity fully manifested, I doubt it would be keen to
What the
relinquish
fuck?
its grip on reality.
Yeah, I know. That's why I stopped. I was like, what the fuck? Huh?
Those unlucky enough to survive its rule, I don't think they would be in a state to do anything about it.
Well, then I guess we better not let it happen.
Well, quite. Now, I believe you have an evil book to burn.
Yeah, of course. You, need anything else burning?
No, not right now. I think I'm all right. Thank you for the offer.
Right.
Oh, and Gerard, don't go rifling through my things in future. It could end badly for you.
Oh shit.
Is it?
Oh, thank God. I thought I was seeing things.
Glad I could help.
I didn't know he was actually going to ask me to get it for him. I just
Oh my God,
mentioned
Sasha,
it 'cause He was
hi.
talking about recording.
Well, I'm sure he's waiting.
You can wait a bit longer.
Fantastic. Good of you to volunteer to help me.
I didn't
Grab
actually.
a stapler.
Fine. What are we doing?
John's been getting frustrated with all the loose statement sheets.
They
around.
sound like
Going
Animal Crossing
box by
sounds.
box, collating and stapling them.
Spooky's mortal enemy is Jurgen, and Marie's mortal enemy is Peter. For real. I feel like someday you two will find support in each other when you need to come together to defeat the two evils. Even though one of them is already dead.
And now, so are you.
If you say so.
I do.
I fucking love Sasha.
So, how are you finding our new leader?
All right, I suppose. Early days yet.
Sure. Do you think he knows what he's doing?
He'll get there. I just wish he didn't take it out on Martin in the meantime.
If only there had been someone more qualified.
Tim.
Sasha.
Sasha. Tim. Sasha. Fucking siblings.
If only there had been someone more qualified.
Tim.
Sasha.
It's Elias's decision.
Some sexist bullshit is what it is.
I mean, probably.
Look, it should have been you, and you just know if you had called him out, the little weasel would start talking about traditions and the values of our esteemed founder, Jimmy Magma. Joni Magnum?
Closer.
Jack Magnet.
That.
Oh my God, he said the name. Joni Magnum. He was so fucking close. I really wish he'd said Gina Magnum. That would have actually made my fucking day.
I'm serious, though. You should say something.
Tim, I've been in academia for what, 10 years now? I know how this goes. I didn't get the job. If I kick up a stink, I'll just get blackballed.
Yeah. What if we kill him?
What, Elias?
No, Big Boss Sims. Cut the brakes on his office chair. No one would ever know. Swap in a poison tea bag. Pin it on Martin. The perfect crime.
And how do you know that you won't be the one that gets it? That boy makes a lot of tea.
No, it's okay. I spent the last few years building up an immunity to iocane powder. So what are you going to do?
I don't know, really. Might just get another job.
What, seriously? Just jump ship?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, there's not much out there at the moment, but I've got a few alerts set up.
I can't believe you just abandoned our intense will they, won't they storyline like that.
I'm pretty sure we established it's very much won't they.
No. See, we had the ill-advised hookup, the awkward aftermath, and the gradually rebuilt friendship, but that's all season 2 stuff. We've got like 5 more seasons before we get the heartwarming epilogue that makes it canon.
I know it's hard to hear, mate, but you're not the love interest.
Oof.
I think you might be the character they
Princess
dropped out of the
Bride
fire.
reference. Oh no, did I miss it? Oh, I'm so stupid. These two are two. Yeah, they definitely did.
Wow, you are vicious today.
Sorry, Tim. I can't hear you over all this stapling. I guess it's just... I just don't have anything keeping me here. You've got your brother.
Yeah.
Sorry. And Martin can't go anywhere they'll look too hard at his CV.
Wait, how do you know about that?
It's all on the system. Our digital security is shocking, by the way. Besides, it's not even a good lie.
Okay, but seriously, you cannot let Martin know. He'll think I told you and I swore to keep stum.
Hey, don't worry. I kind of just ended up here. And I like it. Liked it. But if I'm bashing my head against the glass ceiling, it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll miss you.
Aww.
You will.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, Tim's so hard to talk to. Seriously, he won't stop making jokes and references. Not like Sasha. They've got no idea.
And they never will.
Seriously, though, everyone thinks you're just this reliable, down-to-earth nerd.
And what makes you think they're wrong?
So what? Actually, I'm the one who doesn't get to see the real you?
No such thing.
As what?
A real you? I don't think so, at least. It's all just masks.
All right, Stanislavski.
You know what I mean.
You really believe that?
Kind of. I mean, who knows why we do what we do?
Oh god, the
do.
fucking
No.
foreshadowing.
All you know is
You sneaky bitch. Sasha, try not to find personal info challenge. Impossible. Sasha, you can't be talking like that. I know
Your brain
the
doesn't
foreshadowing
justify
is
what
just
you
too
do.
much.
it's no more reason than the face you put on for John. The only real you is the actions you take.
Hey, I'll have you know, I have a rich inner life.
How nice for you. But hurry up with your outer one. You're falling behind and I'm not saving you any staples.
Yeah. I still can't believe Gertrude was allowed to let this place get into such a state.
I just want to know why.
What do you mean, why? You saw her. She's like 100 years old and more cardigan than woman. She just started to lose it. Sad, but it happens.
You never talked to her, did you?
Well, I mean, I must have at some point.
You'd remember.
Why? What was she like?
Stone cold bitch.
Sasha!
Sharper than you. No.
It's all
way
just
you
masks.
tracked them.
Oh.
Oh yeah, this is all a big geriatric conspiracy. Wait, seriously?
Mhm.
What possible reason could she have for being criminally incompetent in a manky old archive?
No idea. And honestly, it kind of worries me.
Well, tell you what. If you get eaten alive by improperly filed statements, me and Martin will avenge you.
Well, aren't you sweet?
I mean it. We'll burn this place to the ground. It'll be all like, Sasha! Sasha!
And what about John?
Well, given the incoherence of this statement, I find it hard to believe it ever occurred. In fact, based on the evidence, I find it highly unlikely this Sasha ever even existed at all.
Oh my god, no,
Get
this
too
is
far.
brutal.
I'm unforgettable.
All right.
No!
Mostly because of
This is cruel! She's not even the archivist, and I know. This is why she wasn't allowed to be archivist. She's too powerful. The way she just fucking said that. Sasha, please Please stop. I can't take it.
The drugs and the wild orgies on archive property.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, get back to work.
Yes, ma'am. See? Told you you'd make a good boss.
There is a place, deep in the heart of fear, where you trap yourself and claim that it is
What
safety.
the fuck is this shit?
It was once a cabin and professes still to be such, but as with all in this new world that promises respite, it is a trap. The land outside is warped and twisted by the touch of those things that feed on your suffering, and behind those rough wooden planks it seems they cannot reach you. The screams may linger on the distant breeze, and your eye may wander beyond the curtains from time.
Hello, TMA audience. Remember this Sasha-shaped knife we stabbed you with a few years back? Well, today we've decided to twist it really hard for fun. Let's go. John automatically spew. Oh no, is this actually a thing? Like, is he just going to be? Oh, fuck me. Fuck me, man.
At a time, but you and the one you love are, it seems, safe. If you had need to eat, no doubt there would be food. If you had need to sleep, no doubt the beds would be welcoming. But you have need of neither. And so you sit in your meager comfort and belief of security with nothing to do, nothing to distract your mind from the agonies that lie just beyond your window. And those diversions you do find will offer no relief, but simply numb the mind into mournful nostalgia for a time when the world you inhabited seemed to make sense. Something moves outside, struggling to crawl upon 100 reaching, grasping hands. It shudders and grips the earth, pulling itself along as nails rip free and skin scrapes loose.
Ew.
It is afraid of what it has become and where it might be going. Close your eyes. Ignore the sounds. You, at least, are safe. There within the thing that pretends to be a cabin is the one you love. You hold each other, whisper words of reassurance, but the place knows this comfort to be a lie and laces upon it instead the awful fear of losing what you have, of it being stripped away by the chaos that waits for you beyond the walls. Hold each other, it croons. Be happy. But know always that this happiness is a lie, built on the squirming bones of those whose suffering you have caused.
Ugh, this one's too
It will
cool.
not let you feel the warmth and joy that this love may claim to gift. It is only a mouldy treasure to be clung to, something to fear the loss of as you hold it so tight that it withers and warps.
Can't do that bit.
It is a rotten sanctuary of lonely companionship. Outside it is raining. Heavy drops fall, ice cold and laced with salt. Tears of voyeuristic delight from the eyes that see and drink in all. It sinks into the dry, cracked ground, and from the mud,
This man's getting proper
struggle to
poetical.
push
Jesus.
themselves free and breathe. They cannot reach the surface as the slick soil flows down their throats. Look closer at the rough planks that make this cabin and see that they are warmer, softer and more yielding than the hard timber they present. Are the dimensions of this place quite what they were when you stayed here before the change? Or are the walls thicker, the doors heavier when they close? Were the curtains always stained that dull maroon? Or has the dust of the horrific world they keep at bay dyed them so?
He definitely
The one
is
you
more
love
poetical
always
now.
near, so close
I don't care what you
refuge
say,
sometimes
Blackbird.
feels a prison. And yet your voice does not echo when you call to them.
Season 1, John
They
could
find
never.
They sometimes cannot hear it. Stay, the cabin says. Stay within my false defenses. Cling so close to what you desperately wish to save, and live in shaking fear of the things beyond that may take it from you. Throw another log on the fire and curl up close. There are always more logs for the fire here. This is your home, and here you can be safe as you putrefy, body and soul. This place wishes to be our tomb, but the eye does not wish that. No, the eye wishes instead that it be my chrysalis. It is time that I emerge.
Oh God.
John, is it? I thought. Are you okay?
Yes, I think so.
What happened? The tapes?
I was listening, and it was the one with Tim and Sasha, where they're...
Look, John.
No more statement givers, just pure
I
eye
know it
power
hurts,
poetic.
but you
No, okay. I was listening, and I was filled with this hatred, this anger. I wanted to leave and hunt down Elias. And
wow, okay.
But when I thought it, there was something else. This place, it didn't want me. It didn't want us to go.
What do you mean?
This cabin.
What do you mean?
It's not right. And when I thought that, I felt it all poured out of me down into the tape, and it felt good. It felt right.
Okay. So you're recording again?
I might need to, if we're going to make it.
Back to the archives.
Seems the best place to start.
Yeah, all right.
Martin, it's going to be a hard journey. One in which
So
we...
I've actually had a couple of bags packed for a while. I found some rope in the attic and I packed that with the maps.
Martin...
No, I know what you're going to say. What good are maps when the very earth has...
Yes.
But I packed them anyway because you never know.
Martin...
I actually found a stash of tea under the kitchen sink. I realised we don't need to eat or whatever, but, that doesn't...
Yes. All right.
I love them.
All right.
We've got this.
Apparently so.
Please kiss.
Do you think he'll do anything? Confronting Elias?
Maybe.
No, I'm serious. Is there a chance that we can undo this?
Gertrude didn't think so.
Right.
But she's dead. Let's find out for ourselves.
You're taking the recorder?
Just in case I need to vent. Again, it helps.
Okay. You said this place, the cabin was... It's feeding on us, right?
Yes.
So should we destroy it before we go?
I honestly don't know if we can. Besides, there's far worse out there. Better to try and avoid it, I think.
We're not even going to try? We've got your lighter. Maybe we can just...
can't fight the world, Martin.
Oh no.
Sounds you.
Let's go.
You know what? That was a nice ending. That was a nice ending. It was like, yeah, field trip. Woo! All right. The stairs are looking good. Oh my God. So we got really pissed off all of a sudden and then was like, we got to go. And I love that Martin was like, I've already packed bags. Let's go. Like, this man was like, I'm fucking ready, boy. Pack your shit. We're leaving. He was like, I am so ready to leave this fucking hellhole. You literally can't stop me. You've said it now, and so we're going. Do you know what I would have loved? Oh shit, I didn't see it. Hi, Justin. Oh, Justin, you caught it just as the stream's ending. No. I'm sorry, Justin. This field trip's going to be fun. Road trip time! Yeah, road trip sounds very fun. I won't lie. Honestly, if I had been John, when Martin was like going off about like, I've had these bags packed for a while and I got maps and stuff, I would have kissed the shit out of that man. I would have just, you know, just grabbed his little face, you know, and then been like, okay, let's go, you know. And I honestly think Martin would have appreciated that. I would have proposed. Honestly, the only reason I want to kiss him in this hypothetical context where I'm John is because it's just like I just love him so much, and the fact that he's like already ready. He's like, "Yep, we're leaving. Cool, great, fantastic. I'm ready. I packed some tea. I know we don't need to eat, but fuck it, I want tea. Okay, so we're having some fucking tea, and I'm ready to go. Where are we going?" Man deserves a little smooch for that level of commitment. I think personally. Oh, there was one bit of this that I was trying to do. It's this like weird corner bit, and none of the pieces like quite fit together. It's really fucking annoying. So I don't know how I'm going to do that, because to be real, I like tried to put it together and nothing would stick, so I just kind of gave up. Is life without tea worth living? I honestly, no, probably not. But to be fair, I'm not that much of a tea drinker. And when I do drink tea, it's mainly chamomile because I can't be bothered with making tea. And chamomile is just so easy and it tastes good. And it's just, you know, it's just easy. It's an easy drink. And I love it. It's a good drink. It's a solid drink. But I don't know, maybe it's not. I mean, for Martin, it's definitely not. We've learned that. This man fucking loves his tea. I just love that he was like, great, I've packed bags. I'm ready. Let's go. That I would have kissed the shit out of that man just for his sheer like, I support whatever you want, babe. Let's go. I'm ready to go. That's you know, it's just I love my little babies. This is a very intense season thus far, but like in a very subtle way. Like it's subtly incredibly intense, if that makes sense. Like it's not like loads of things have happened, but it's just intense in the sense that it feels like there's just so much information all the time. The apocalypse is not prepared for Martin Knife Blackwood. Absolutely not. I really hope he has a knife. He absolutely has to have a knife. Yeah, I'm not entirely ready for whatever the fuck comes next, you know? Mentally, I'm not there. Ooh, there's a bit that's like a slidey thing. I'm gonna do that real quick. It's like the two bits slot together. That's very satisfying. How the fuck do I get you out? Okay, there we go. Also, I like that because Sasha didn't get promoted. She was fully like, I might just leave. Dead ass. Like, fuck this shit. Fuck this place. That is so real for her. She really was a girl's girl. She was like, listen, in this fucking economy, absolutely not. Hey, like, treat me with the respect I deserve or I will find a new job. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, man. There we go. Look, it slots together. Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? And then this bit goes on top. I wish there were more slotty bits rather than gluey bits, because glue takes time to dry, which means it takes longer to do. And I really just want to like get this shit going. She would have had to blind herself to do that though. Yeah, but she would have, and she would have girl bossed her way to the sun. Even as a blind person, like she would have figured that shit out so fast. There is a reason that she got nuked so quickly, and that is because she was too powerful. And that's the truth of it, you know? Like, you can't make this shit up. She's just built different. So she had to go. Oh god, this looks hard. Yeah, essentially right now I'm just trying to find bits that are like easy. Which I think I'm doing a pretty good job of. Yeah. Try and making the big bits that are easy, and then I'll deal with all the other shit later. Like, for example, this entire page is just like gluing designs onto big bits of wood, which I can absolutely do, and I'll probably do now just because it's easy. But yeah, that was the first 2 episodes. Whew. We're in it now, baby. I feel drained just from the amount of like exposure. Like Sasha and Tim coming back was a lot. Elias being the biggest rat in the world, absolutely just took like half of my spoons for the day just to hear that man talk as much as he did, you know. And that's just facts. And just Elias and Martin, and no, not Elias, and Martin and John just being the best, just being together. I love. It just clicked. It just clicked from day one. I was like, these two, please let them get together, and they fucking did. Do you know how rewarding it is to be right? I just, my babies. I'm so fucking happy. They probably won't end up together though, Rose. Well, yeah, because they never do they? Normally. It's like, think of like My Hero Academia. There is some proper chemistry between some of the characters, but they're never going to get together, are they? Present Mike and Aizawa are practically fucking married, but no, they're just best friends. Yeah, okay. I see you. It's that kind of, we weren't getting queer baited with, you know, I'm so happy. I was like, oh, they're going to be like brothers or some shit. It's going to be like, you're like my brother, and I'm going to I'm going to throw a chair, because that's just, we're not doing that today. That's bollocks, you know, it's fucking bollocks. I won't stand for it. But we didn't. So I don't have to stand against anything. Never really do shipping, but still enjoyed their journey. That's so real, Blackbird. I appreciate that. I honestly, I ship everything because I just want people to be in love and feel loved and appreciated and cared for. And I need that for a lot of my favorite characters. I need them to have some sort of, I don't know, partner in some variety of the words that is just going to be there and support them and love them unconditionally and just, you know, just give a fuck. Just care. That's all I really need. I just need characters to care about each other. I just to hold each other gently. That's all I need. I'm a simple guy. I just need these characters to be held gently. That's all. But anyway, I think, oh my god, this stream was short as hell. Look at me go. Hardly yapped at all. Well, that's a lie, but I yapped relatively less than last week. Woohoo! Go me. And I successfully made a small basket. When I first found out about TMA, I heard it's also queer, and I kid you not, after getting to the part where John disses Martin as an assistant in episode 1, I went, oh, so they're the gays. Yeah, I kind of had that. I was like, they gonna be fucking. I was like, give them a minute. It'll happen. And we did have to give them like a solid 4 seasons, but we got there, and they did it. I started watching TMA as I heard it had an ace character. Honestly, that's so fair. The one thing I will say though, and this isn't anything against Arrow or Ace at all, they're totally valid, but sometimes I just want a certain thing, and because of like the fact that one of the characters is Arrow Ace, it like changes the vibe of the fan fiction, which again is totally fair. But you know when it's like, no, I want to read about these people in this particular way, and you just can't, and it's like there's a frustration there. But then I realize, and I think to myself, and I go, you know what though, Arrow Ace community needs a win, and they got to win. So like, honestly, I should just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And if that was offensive at all, I'm very sorry. I genuinely mean it in the nicest way possible. I hate Martin. I hate him so much. He's so incompetent. I'm going to make out with him. Wait, who said that? What? No, who said that? Not me. I said nothing. John, 2018. No, I get it. I'm happy for people to ship personally, but I know some don't. For real, the Arrow Ace community needs more. Oh yeah, I completely agree with that. It's just, what I mean is that like, okay, so let's use like, what's a stereotypical fandom? Like My Hero Academia is the best one I can think of. Or oh my god, I definitely shipped other people, or I definitely was part of other fandoms. How have I forgotten all of them? Oh my god, I'm actually stupid. How am I forgetting all of them? You know when you're put on the spot and you suddenly forget everything? Hang on. I've definitely liked other fandoms. Just give me a fucking minute. This is gonna piss me off if I don't. Call of Duty, I guess, is another one. Or just like anyone where it's like there's no particular, they don't really talk about relationships at all. Like it's just not really a thing because that's just not really the point of the fandom. Like Call of Duty, the entire point is to shoot people, you know what I mean? But the fandom obviously ships certain characters. And so when it's like, I don't know. I can't remember the point I was trying to make, so I'm just gonna not make it. I have completely forgotten what the fuck I was talking about. So that's funny. I got so caught up trying to think of literally any other fandom except for My Hero Academia, and now I've completely blanked. I do like the representation. I think it's good. I think it's important. But I also think that people have a tendency to push like a certain stereotype of the Arrow Ace community, or they like use it in a way that's like, you know. Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't have words. The words are not coming to me. But I feel like most of the time when people, it's like, yeah, they feel no attraction. They are kiss adverse. They are touch adverse. Don't even look at them. And it's like, I mean, sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, that's fair enough. If you fit the stereotype, you fit this. I very much fit the stereotype of autistic because I'm just fucking no the stereotype of ADHD because I'm just goofy. But I mean, like when everything is like that, it's a bit like, no, please, I want different kind of content. I want to read where they, you know, have these cute moments where they have like sweet kisses. I need that. But then because it's like, oh, he's asexual, everyone then runs with that and is like, yeah, no, he's kiss adverse, he's everything adverse. Don't even hold his hand. And it's like, no. What if he just wants a new kiss? What if he just wants to be held gently whilst he falls asleep because he gets nightmares? I did enjoy. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, so it gets a bit frustrating when trying to find fan fiction when it's like they just refuse to like let anything. I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard to explain. They like to dictate everything, man. Like, what are you, the LGBT police? Yeah, it's a hard one because I do think there needs to be more representation, but I also think it's very. It makes finding the kind of fan fictions I want to read very difficult because people like push a certain thing, which again is fair. And again, the ace community needs a win, so I'm not going to take it from them. But sometimes I just want to read about John getting smothered with love and affection and being taken care of. I just need it for my soul, you know? And then if you don't make them anything adverse, you've gone after erasing their age. Like, no, that's not. Thank you. Those were the words. You found my words. I appreciate that. Yes, exactly. It's like it's such a varied spectrum. Like I had a partner who was asexual, but like that didn't mean that he'd like. I mean, he'd still fap and shit. Like, you know, it wasn't like that he literally just never felt anything. It's just he just didn't want to have sex, you know, which is, again, totally fine. And we would kiss, and it was totally fine. And we'd hold hands, and it was totally fine. And it's like that is also a very valid representation of asexuality. It's like, this man has been through so much pain. Can he not have a cuddle? Please, can he not just be cuddled for a little bit? For a little bit, you know? He needs touch that isn't painful. The last time someone touched him, they stole a rib. He deserves to be taken care of, for his partner to help him bathe because he's in pain and he's hurting because every part of his body is bruised and battered and broken. My BF is ace. That doesn't mean he's snuggle adverse. I'd cry. Thank you. It's like, no, let the man have a hug. Let him enjoy some non-sexual intimacy, please. And please let me read about it. I need it because I'm in pain, because I'm dealing with him being abandoned. This was especially hard in season 4 when like I desperately needed fan fictions that just where he was just loved, because I was like, he is so unappreciated right now and he's lonely as shit and Martin's not here and everything's just gone to shit and I just need this. How dare you assume a fictional character is not cold and distant and fits the perfect stereotype I've made up about asexual people? Yeah, I know, right? Fucking insult. It's a hard one, and obviously I'm not asexual, so it's I want to be delicate about how I talk on it, and hopefully I have not been insulting in any way. If I have, I'm very sorry. Not all relationships. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Sometimes you need someone to help wash your back because your bones don't work. And there's nothing sexual about it. It's just because you love them. Give me something, please. I need to feel the affection and the love and consideration. Just no, you're fine, Rose. No, okay, good. Okay, good. I'm glad, because the last thing I want to be is an asshole. I'm already enough things: autistic, ADHD, depressed, anxious. I don't also need to be a prick on top of it. It's also, on a similar note, it's also why I had to, for a lot of the fandoms that I've ever been a part of, and this has literally just occurred to me because I have never really thought about it, but it's also why I had to remove or exclude the tags of like trans characters, like where they make a character trans, because whilst I totally like that kind of shit and I'm totally down for it, you know, I have nothing against you wanting to make John trans or make Midoriya trans or whatever, right? So many people use it in such a gross way, and it just it's like we reverted back to the 18th century. It's a sexy thing. Yeah, like there's this horrible there was this horrible trend of fan fictions that I like, you know, when you're scrolling through and for some reason there's like loads at once that are of kind of the same realm, and you're like, why did you all post this at the same time? Where like they would basically, I don't know, they would basically, they wanted it so it was like heterosexual sex, but like, so they were using the trans thing as like an excuse to essentially have that so that they could like fuck around with like pregnancy and shit. And it's like, that is, and it's fine when it's like just one person, because it's like, okay, I guess. But when everyone's doing it and it's like, no, please, this is, I feel dirty. I feel like I need to have a long shower. I feel uncomfortable. So I had to exclude that tag in basically any fandom I'm a part of. I just have to remove it because it's like I can't deal with the quantity of like stuff where it's like, oh, trans character, pregnancy. And it's like, no. No, because I know you're gonna make it horribly like ugh. I want to write smut of this character, but can't be bothered / don't want to write realistic gay sex, so instead I'm going to fetishize a whole yes. And it's like I understand that in some cases you're just, I like it when like the author in the comments is like, by the way, I am a trans character, because then I'm like, thank God, because it's like at least you have some experience talking about this and experiencing this, and so you actually have like, you know, some fucking context. Like when I see that, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh my god, shit, thank God. Like, because then it doesn't feel as ugh. And again, it is nothing against trans characters being in fan fictions. I'm all for that. It's just when you use this trans thing as an excuse to have two men have a heterosexual sex and get pregnant, and it's like, you do realize that that's not you're not, no. I don't know. Again, I don't want to speak too much on it, or as if I'm like the word of God, because again, I'm not trans, so I can't speak on such experiences. But yeah, headcanoning a character as trans is completely fine. Only doing that as a fetish is, yes, thank you, Marie. Again, thank you, chat, for having the words that I need. Squishes all round. I'm so bad at explaining myself. Most of my explanations are just like my hands moving and my voice going and just hoping that makes sense. So thanks. Mpreg has existed for years, you cowards. Yes. Stop being a coward and just make it an alpha beta world, okay? It's fine. I gotta think a bit before I type stuff out. Yeah, my words don't work, so I appreciate the help. But yeah, so that's another tag that I have to exclude almost religiously in any fandom that I'm exploring, because I'm not ready for another weirdly pedophilic perversion and fetishizing of trans characters. I'm not ready to do it again. I can't. No. No, I'm sorry. I just, no. What's even worse is when you go through your history and you get to like when you were like a teenager and you find like the weirdest shit and you're just like, oh god. You're like, why did I read that? And you have to give yourself a little bit of mercy, because it's like it's the equivalent of watching really weird porn is the way I think of it. Like when you first discover, because it's essentially like you have no idea what you're doing and you're just exploring the world, and like you look back and you're like, why the fuck did I read that? What? Other times I deliberately read weird shit like that just because it's like funny to me, because it's so bad. For real, don't be afraid of Emperor. Bring back the Omegaverse. Yes, the Omegaverse was made for alpha females and Omega boys, and that is the truth. It is the truth that none of us want to admit to. That we literally just wanted it for those Omega men. We love it too much. Oh, I'm tired. Yeah, never look back in your AO3 history. It's a terrifying thing. Don't do it. Unless you're going through it to delete it, in which case I heavily endorse that. But otherwise, just don't do it. Save yourself the trauma. Because you'll find like some weird dark cave in your history where you just read a bunch of really weird shit, not for any particular reason, but just because you were genuinely curious. And then you look at it and you're like, huh. And that's on the only reaction I can give. And you just go, oh. It's like the social. It's like not to do anything with it, just to have, just to look at, just out of curiosity. You just got to read some creepy shit sometimes out of sheer curiosity. You know, I feel like a lot of takes me back to, I don't know if any of you were Dan and Phil fans back in the day, or still am, as I am, because I never grew up. Oh, so that's why I'm yes. Dan and Phil, yeah, I fucking love them. They raised me. They are a good reason why I came out the way I did. I think back in the day when people wrote like those horrifically disgusting fan fictions, like the hamster fic and the milk fic. Like they were so iconic that they developed their own bloody names. Dude, I wish I could see them on tour right now. Yeah, I regret the fact that I never got to see End of the Fucking World. And I really hope they do like Randy Feltface did. I don't know if, but Randy Feltface, it's like after he's finished his tour, he puts it on YouTube, like the whole thing, which I think is genius, because it's like, well, if you can't make it, you can still get ad revenue. Especially if you don't tell people that you're going to put it up, then it's like, well, maybe they will, maybe they won't. And then the people that just can't make it, it's like, oh, I still get to watch it, and I can still support them because there's ads, you know? That's why I had my search history turned off for many years. I opened it once and said never again. sometimes it's just you're so curious, and you just like I read those horrific fan fictions not because I wanted to, but because I just had to know. You know what I mean? Like they were so infamous. You just the curiosity was too much. You just had to read it, you know? You had to know. It's like the Two Girls, One Cup as well. It's like you didn't want to watch it, but you just kind of had to, just because it's like you just needed to know so that you didn't have to not know anymore and you didn't have to wonder. Like, and you regret it the minute you finish watching or reading it, but you still do it again when the next example of it comes up. You're like, well, I just kind of have to, you know? It's like, I just do. It is the internet is a strange place. I don't turn off my search history, and the only reason why is because I cannot express how many times I have lost research papers or tabs of research papers, and the most efficient way to get them back is to go through my search history to find them, you know, because I don't want to go through the process of trying to figure out how to find it again by researching it from scratch. So it's just easier to go through my history, put in a keyword and see what visually looks familiar and go, oh yes, thank God. Like that's the only reason I still have my search history on. It's a gamble, but I have to make it for the sake of my future in academia. That being said, if any professional ever got a hold of my social media accounts and my internet history, I would likely no longer have a career in academia. So it's pretty redundant. This is why I have 2 Twitters. Yeah, if any academic professional ever finds this YouTube account, I probably won't be an academic anymore, which is which is kind of funny, but also horrifying, because like, can you imagine I no longer get to be a professor or a researcher because I swear on stupid streams listening to a podcast and I talk about shit like this. I used to read so much fan fiction back in the day. Like, it is crazy how much fan fiction I used to read back in the day. Like, I had a whole system as well. I had like a read, not finished. I had special tags that I created so I could like keep a track of it. God, imagine someone finding old online shit. I think I would simply die. For real. Like, that's what I always worry about. It's like, what if they like find my old Tumblr? And it's like, I literally have not been on Tumblr except to find like a random thing here or there. Like, but I don't use, like, do you remember like back in school times when they would be like, you have to be careful what you put online because employers can like hack all of it and just find all of it. And it's like, what? Huh? That feels horrible and unpleasant. And what? Yeah, I genuinely am afraid and terrified of my digital footprint because it's probably really bad. But like, I don't know what to do about it. I don't know, like, the internet. I had unlimited internet access for a good portion of my childhood. You don't think that maybe potentially that's gonna like, it is the 15th fear. It's a horrifying notion. And I have no idea what to, I've deleted as much. I should probably try doing that. I kind of gave up because I was like, you know what? I am who I am. But I don't know. I feel like I'm only human. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I've done a lot of illegal shit aside from maybe the occasional unofficial streaming of like movies and shit. But like, I even have like separate Twitter accounts. I have like one that's socially acceptable and I have one that is definitely not. But it's like, I feel like it's my right to look at those things if I want to and not be able to get a job because of it. Does that make sense? Like, if I want to look at, I don't know, weird fan art, I'm within my rights to do that. Yes, I did do that. I have a, but even so, it still terrifies me because I'm like, well, what if they happen to somehow manage to find it and it's like, oh, you liked this NSFW fan art, we won't hire you. And it's like, am I not allowed to? Like, I'm not going to look at that kind of shit at work. So why the fuck do you care? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's kind of your right, as long as you're not hurting anyone. I feel like it's your right to be allowed to look at whatever you want. And so long as what you're looking at isn't illegal, you know, like, as long as I'm not looking at child porn, I feel like I'm well within my rights to look at whatever the fuck I want. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong mentality to have, but it's like, there's none of your fucking business. It's my life. I won't look at it when I'm working. So why do you care? It's not like I have an OnlyFans, and even if I did, I'm still not going to. The two worlds will not collide. So, like, God forbid someone's a little cringe and free online. For real. So it's like, I don't know. My digital footprint scares the shit out of me. So I created a Google account that isn't even my name. Like, it's completely not me, and I changed a bunch of my potentially more adverse. Just don't look at tractor pics at Word. I really. Yeah, but digital footprint is terrifying, and it honestly, school scared the shit out of me with all of that stuff because I was like, really? I'm gonna look up, like, I don't know, pictures of boobs, and I'm never gonna get a job. Like, what? And that's a very horrible mentality to have. Like, it feels very, I don't know. Let's see. Can you? Ooh, digital footprint check. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, you know what? Let's put in my main account and just see what happens. I'm just really curious now. See if I've managed to hide my sinful ways. Can you imagine? I'm just so sinful. Oh my god. What the fuck? No, I've never heard of half of these things. What the fuck are you talking about? What? What? 247 Sport. What the fuck is that? Bento. Literally, I'm so confused. I am lost. I haven't heard of half of these websites. So this is fun. Interviewers staring you in the face, saying you aren't being hired because you're AO3 smart. He wasn't right there reading the same sort of thing. Yeah. What the fuck is this? No, I have never been on this website, literally ever. This is bullshit. What is Magabook? There's a website called Okie Dokie. That's such a great name. What the fuck is Magabook? I'm so confused. Who am I? What is happening? Geeks for Geeks. What the fuck is that? I'm so confused. I've definitely not heard of half of these fucking pages. One of them's literally called Try Hack Me, and I don't believe that for a fucking... What is this? This is an... So apparently, I have a... on an Arabic dating website, apparently my digital footprint is there. Don't really know how, but okay. Sure. All right. That's fine. Yeah, I don't believe this for a fucking second. I'm looking at the same thing and getting... This is how we find out Esau is somehow has the same email as Rose. That is terrifying. I want to know how much data companies store after a delete the no, I don't care about that. I know I've been waffling now for like 30 minutes. I don't fucking know how many companies. Probably a lot. Yeah, I ain't signing up for any shit. You're just gonna sell my fucking information. Yeah, my information's probably been sold to like a lot of people. I just don't really know if I care or if I should care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine for now, I think. I don't really feel like any potential selling of my information has affected me negatively, nor do I know about it. So, yeah, I don't believe a lot of this. Let's be honest, they're gonna get access to it whether you... Yeah, exactly. It's kind of, you know, feels like you're delaying the inevitable. Can't really stop it. Well, if no AO3 tabs came up, then you're in the clear. Thank God. Oh, no. Okay. Whatever. I have to give a pin. Well, okay then. Here you go. Have a pin. I'm sorry, but I'm not giving you my fucking birthday. Okay, well, if... Oh, sorry, night 11. Yeah, I've been waffling. We're done. Night. I will end the stream at some point, I promise. I don't know. I've gone down a rabbit hole and I'm too curious for my own good. I'm not giving you my fucking address. Shut the hell up. I'm not. No, I'm not. No. You can do it. No, I'm not giving you. Oh, shut up. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Sod off. Absolutely not. The waffle been fun though. Thank you. I am a very good waffler. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to check my footprint, and I quite frankly don't really care. Sounds like a test to see how easy. It's like, you failed the test. You gave me your address. I'm coming to your location. Fuck. I don't know. Yeah. If it ever comes back to bite me, well, that's future me's problem, I suppose. I guess. I don't know. I feel like if I think about it too much, I'll just make myself anxious for no good reason. So it's probably for the best. I just don't care. And just wait until it becomes a problem TM. And at that point, I can then deal with it. Anyway, I think that's a good place to end the stream. We've had a nice conversation about controversial tags, the struggles of finding good fan fiction on occasion. and the dangers of a digital footprint and your future career. Yeah, but it does scare the shit out of me. Like, can you imagine they like dig up some like fucking old ass like weird website that you logged onto, that you like made an account with for some reason or another, and it's like you have to live with that. That's horrifying. I just no. Anyway, good night. I think that's a really good point to end. Enough existential dread for me. Good night, everyone. Sleep well.